Good morning and welcome to Stivers Homestead. I'm Zach and it has been a busy couple days. I mean, just a whirlwind of days, and we have lots of things to talk about and lots of things to show you. First thing I wanted to show you was these cherry bushes. Now, as beautiful and as excited as I am to see these little bad boys budding and even flowering, it makes me really sad. Because we're in 6B, we're in Kentucky. These bad boys ain't gonna make it. It looks like it's gonna be another year without cherries. It's one of those things, they were gifted to us by a dear friend, and I had never actually heard of a cherry bush, only cherry trees, but it's a cherry bush, and everything is budding and flowering because of this fall spring that we've had. It's been just so warm, and I know that Kentucky's gonna snap and get cold again, and these poor little guys ain't gonna make it. But for now, they're really pretty, and we can hope. All right, now let's head into the greenhouse, because this is some exciting stuff that's happening here that will make it to summer. Look at that, y'all. That is comfrey sprouting in just record stinking time. So I planted those comfrey probably about a week and a half ago. I think it was about a week and a half ago, maybe a total of 2 weeks. And I know we've gotten a lot of responses and saying that they can't get their comfrey to germinate. So I kind of wanted to give you what we did and really what the lack of what we did, and maybe you can give it a try. So with this comfrey, we used our Pro Mix dirt seedling starting, and I did not put it on a heat mat. I did not do anything with the seeds beforehand. I didn't, cold stratify them or anything like that. I planted them like I would plant any other plant. So I just got them in the dirt, kept them moist, and then they were in the greenhouse with variable temps, right? So sometimes it gets real hot, sometimes it gets a little chilly, but it never drops below freezing. So it was a very inconsistent soil temp. And maybe, just maybe, that might be what really helped out, because it was not a controlled environment. The one thing you got to think about comfrey, I can never say the word, perennial. And so it's used to, like right now, our comfrey is coming back as we speak from the previous year, and it's been in very different kind of temperature gauges. So maybe just try to just plant those comfrey seeds and don't really do anything different. Do them just like you would any other plant, and then maybe you'll have a little bit better success rate, possibly. We do sell these in our Etsy store if you're wanting to give them a try. Other exciting stuff happening is these co-crops are getting their true leaves now, and that's really nice to see. They're growing great. The peppers are starting to get some good growth on them, and makes me happy. We also planted, I don't think I actually caught this on film, we planted about 200 tomato seeds, and they have not sprouted yet, but I just did that a couple days ago. They are on a heat mat. This is the Haas Tools big old heat mat that you can put in a greenhouse or wherever. It actually comes with this little temperature gauge thing, and so you can actually put the gauge or the thermometer in your soil, and so it actually kind of helps keep it controlled on what temperature it needs to be. And Haas on their mats will actually show you the different type of plant that you might be trying to start, and then the temperature it needs to be in, so you can actually set the temperature exactly to what it needs to be, and that's pretty cool. So as always, Haas is always linked down below. But I love this heat mat. It's so big, it's covering all of these, so from here all the way over to here, and it's just great to have. Over here we got all kinds of things sprouting up. This is a lot of Jen's herbs and different stuff that she likes to grow. So we have, this is a new one for us, the speckled swan gourd that's going on here. Our loofah gourds are starting to sprout up, and then she has some marshmallow, some cilantro, thyme, let's see, chamomile, nasturtiums, and roselle hibiscus all growing right here, and everything's germinated well. And I do recommend, if you are wanting to plant any kind of gourds or any kind of herbs and stuff like that right now, go ahead and get them seed started. They're slow, they take forever. So you want to go ahead and get them up and get them going, because they take a long time to get growing. So go ahead and try to get those started now. And then the last thing in the greenhouse I wanted to show you all was my trash to food little experiment we got going on here. So this is a bunch of different lettuces. They've all germinated and everything's coming up nicely. So now we just wait. We keep it watered and keep it growing, and then we'll have some salads to eat here real soon. And this again was just that water trough that had broke on us. It got a rip and it wasn't holding water, and we decided to plant some seeds in it. So there you go. What you doing, wild man Benny? What you doing, wild man Benny? And before we go up to feed Zeus his bottle, I wanted to show you something that got delivered to us at 9 p.m. last night. Talk about some service. It's really exciting. It's really gardening season now. That, my friends, is 20 yards of beautiful black gold compost. Oh man, what do you think, Benny? That's a lot of compost, isn't it? So we get our compost from a company called Winnie the Pooh in Versailles. It's a very expensive delivery fee for us because that's about 2 hours away from us. However, it's the only place that actually has quality compost and quality blend. So if you're looking for not just compost, but you're actually looking to like start brand new beds, they have an item called the blend, which is really strong topsoil mixed with this compost. And it's what we have all of our beds in. We didn't need the blend this year because we're just top dressing the beds that we already have. So if you're just top dressing and you got a good collective amount of soil in your beds, you can just get compost to put on top. You don't even have to worry about working it in. And this is why. You're gonna see a lot of people put this in their beds or on whatever they're doing. If it's in-ground gardening, raised beds, and they're gonna be turning this dirt in, or they're gonna put a tiller in it and turn it in there. That's fine, you can do that. However, if you wanna take that labor piece out, you definitely can. Putting this right on top of your already established gardens or anything that you have, you're gonna have enough worms in there that are gonna want this organic matter. They're gonna do all the turning for you. They're gonna turn it in there, they're gonna pull it down into the soil. So let the worms do the job. They enjoy it, it's kind of fun. And a lot of people ask, how do I know what's good compost? The blacker that stuff is, the better it is. When it's black, that means it's really broken down. It's got a lot of good organic matter. The lighter it is, the less organic nutrients that are in that compost or soil that you have. So if you don't trust it, go take a look at it. If it ain't as close to black, don't get it. It's also one thing that we're working on here too. We've got some massive compost piles that are happening from our animal manure, and when we're cleaning out the barns and stuff, they're having to rest because it's mixed with some hot manure. Reminder, basically if it isn't coming out in ball form like goats, alpacas, and rabbits, it's hot manure. Goats, alpacas, and rabbits are called cold manure. Cold manure can go straight into your garden because it won't burn anything up. Hot manure cannot. It needs to rest for at least 6 months to a year, depending on your weather that you have going on. Once that's complete, then you can use that as good compost. Let me show you. This is one of the many piles that we have going. I actually need to come in here and turn it, but our chickens have been doing a great job. Thanks, T-Bird. Scratching this around, and you can tell it's getting darker and darker every month. It sits a little bit more. So I need to come and just flip it over, and then it'll sit for another, probably 5 or 6 months, and we can use some of this for the fall dressing. All right, come on. Come on. Get to the gate. Look, guy. Back it. Back it. Okay. No. It's lazy. I want my bottle, Daddy. Hey, newest ones. How about we hop on up there? Mm-hmm. All right, Zeus. Here you go. Slow down. Slow down. What are you doing in here, little one? Old butters. What you doing, old butters? Hi, Dolly. So while I'm sitting here, these are the newest ones. This is Ricky and Mabel, Ethel's babies that y'all saw in a couple videos back. They're doing great now. Nursing on their own, real strong, gaining weight, and starting to play with everybody else. So it's good to see another successful mama. You did a good job, Ethel. Okay, goodbye, little babies. What's up, handsome? What's up, handsome? Y'all give me your votes on who's gonna be next. Anna, Elsa, or Miss Shirley. Which one do you think it's gonna be? It's definitely gotta be one of them three next. Now off to the biggest thing I wanna show you all. They're gone. We spent the past 2 days and have officially moved out Mom and Aunt Patty. I feel like a truck driver. Got a lot of respect for truck drivers. Grew up in a family of them. And I have been on the road a lot over the last 2 days, moving everybody around. But the cottage is empty. Now it's time to get to work. So it actually doesn't look too barren here because a lot of the stuff that they were using was the stuff we had for the Airbnb, like the couches and things like that. So it's more just their personal items. But we got everything out. This room's empty. And then this is our bed. We actually found this at an antique. It's one of those old cast iron beds, and then we completely refinished it and stuff. So that's pretty nice. It's one of our pride and joys, but this room is empty as well. So thankfully, as expected, they kept it very nice. But we do need to come in here and clean because it has been lived in. We're gonna get back up to the Airbnb quality, so we're hoping that that'll be happening really soon. And we are so excited about all the outpouring of excitement that you all showed in our previous video of wanting to stay in this bad boy. It's gonna be so much fun, and we're so excited. But we have work to be done, and that's what we plan on doing this weekend. And here's the fenced-in yard that we was talking to you about. Gate, the driveway gate, I'm sitting on the side porch, and then all of that's all fenced in with a gate that goes back out into our mountain. there's the fire ring. So, you know, really big space that's completely fenced in out here. So we promise the full Airbnb video will be coming. We're just waiting. We're trying to get it ready so that way we can show it off and show you all the stuff. Give you a little sneak peek just now, what you can expect. But we're trying to get it ready that way, then we can do a video showing you the place and answer all the questions. But to address a couple of those, that I can do that now. First off, price. A lot of people want to know the price. We don't have that narrowed down just yet. I think the last time we did it, it ranged between like the 110 to 140 area, depending on the season and stuff like that. It's kind of like smart pricing that you do with Airbnb. So you kind of give a range and then Airbnb kind of directs it. But that was the old one. Wait, and we'll give you like an actual legit price once we have it set up. The second question that we were getting, will you be able to do farm stuff, farm tours, things like that? So the last time we did it, we did offer one free farm tour with the visit. Anything else was kind of extra, just because we have to be aware of our time and stuff like that. But it was like one free farm tour. If you want to do the chores, if you want to do milking and stuff like that, could be included as well. So there's going to be plenty of stuff to offer to really get yourself engulfed in the farm life. And the last one that I thought was just super funny was, can I hide from my family from a week here? By golly, you sure can. Because up here, you ain't got nothing but a mountain range and animals. You all by yourself up here. Can't nobody find you. Of course, cute kitties are included too. Yeah. And this is what we was talking about, kind of at your own risk. Like, we have guineas that run up here and stuff. You know, there's gonna be cats around. So it will be pet friendly because of this, but our farm animals, they run the farm, as you all know. So they're definitely gonna be up here. But we are so stinking excited. We can't wait. You know, honestly, hate to see all of this end. I'm glad to be done moving. My body, I shut down last night. I just completely passed out and woke up. I slept in this morning too. It was just one of those, my body needed a rest because I'd been moving and going so much. But we're ready. We're back energized and ready to go on this Airbnb and get ready for you all to come because we cannot wait to meet you. Thought about another question too that kept popping up. It was around actually the B&B stuff. And so yeah, last time Jen, I think she offered the first meal free and then she would kind of give a menu. Now that we have the store up and running, it'll be probably more of like just come down and see what's cooking. And then you can purchase it there. But yeah, there will definitely be food involved. And we'll have all kinds of information on the stuff around here that you can do, because there is a lot of it. Shirley, I'm still picking you. You're just acting a little sus. So get excited. Keep asking your questions. Keep putting them down in the comments. We're gathering them all together to give an official answer to all of those, but I did want to address a couple that just we already kind of knew what we were going to do. And other than that, I'm going to go take some tinctures because everything's blooming and it's got my nose running, and so I got to make sure I'm kicking that in high gear to handle myself. I have bad allergies, and so when the spring and fall comes and stuff like that, I get eyes swollen. But thankfully Jen's tinctures have really helped me out with that and made it at a manageable level. Speaking of that, there's only 4 days left of free shipping. The 28th will be the last day. So if you are wanting to get something, go load up on some of those tinctures so you can use throughout the year to keep your immune system up. 4 days left, $30 or more, free shipping. Go now. And then speaking of that, I am headed to go open the store for Jen because we are actually open too. So we get that done, open the store, go work on the Airbnb, and we'll catch y'all on the next video. We love y'all. Until the next one, bye.